Ah, man, another pretty tough loss, injuries, etc. But another turnover. Just all right. That wraps up the game. Raptors fall 109-97 to the Celtics. A game where both teams were fighting some injuries. Raptors did not have Gary Trent Jr. or OG Anunoby, the best two floor spacers on the team. The Raptors struggle in their absence, and the Celtics don't have Schroeder or Williams, but still get the job done with a great fourth quarter performance. A very close game the first three quarters, but the Celtics, when they needed it, pull away in the end. People are blaming Pascal Siakam in the chat. Pascal Siakam finishes the game with 18 points, 8 for 19 shooting from the field. No three-pointers hit tonight. Pascal Siakam's plus minus is second best on the team. 7 rebounds and 5 assists to go along with it. It is Siakam's fault. Wait, hang on. Pascal Siakam had 18 points, 8 for 9 from the field, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, second best plus minus on the team. Wait a second. It's not. How is it Pascal Siakam's fault? That doesn't make any sense. You guys just look for something to blame all the time, and it's not Siakam. You got to look at this team. You got to look at it realistically. We have injuries. Look at the Celtics bench. Josh Richardson himself has 18 points off the bench for the Celtics. The Raptors bench combined has 13 points, 8 from Flynn, 2 from Champagny, 3 from Watanabe, who was admittedly great on defense, just could not get it going offensively. Bonga and Banton, no points off the bench. I thought Bonga was positive on defense, better than Boucher, but just didn't bring that 905 offense that he's been putting up to the Raptors here. So if you want to call something out, it's the fact that we weren't rebounding well and our bench did not chip in. We needed guys to step up in the absence of OG and Gary Trent. Mihailuk starts. He gets 12 points, 5 for 14 shooting. Achua only 6 points and 3 for 11 shooting. I really can't understand how we're blaming Pascal Siakam for another game. And I mean, if you look at the stats, Raptors as a team shot pretty horribly. Siakam actually brought that average up a little bit. Celtics didn't shoot well either. A lot of the help came from 31 free throws for the Boston Celtics compared to 16 for the Raptors here. And they win the rebound battle heavily. We forced those turnovers. We forced 18 and we only commit 11. That was nice, but in the end, it's just not enough. Celtics are a talented team. I went into this game not really expecting the Raptors to win. I was expecting us to lose, maybe not by 12. But, you know, there's just not really enough help with the Raptors, what we have right now, what we have going. We just don't have enough things going right now for us. We desperately need a center. A lot of the fouls that happen are as a result of not having a center who can properly defend the rim. That's certainly part of it. I do think the refs were very bad today, though. But you know, the performances individually, the starters have been pretty good. Like I think another really good performance from the starters today. Siakam had 18. Sorry, for the main core guys at least. Barnes had 21. Not the most efficiency. He was a minus 22, which is a bit of a concern. He was the worst plus minus in the team. 4 for 9 from 3 though. Feeling confident from 3-pointers. Van Vliet was great. Didn't get much help today. 27 points on 8 for 16 shooting. 2 games in a row where Fred really hasn't had much help from the supporting cast. And I mean, yeah, other than those 3, you're not really getting a lot of output from the rest of your team. And the Celtics get a lot of points. I mean, look at this. Jason Tatum goes 2 for 16. And the Celtics still put up 109 points. This is why they have the depth, even with Williams out, even with Schroeder out. Jason Tatum go 2 for 16 from the field, and the Celtics can still have, how many is that? 5 players with at least 15 points. It's crazy. This is what's separating the Raptors. It's kind of like, I don't know. This situation is the Raptors don't have depth, but we're not really doing anything to acknowledge that part of our game. We need a center who can defend the rim. We're not really doing anything. I think Goran Dragic would have maybe helped today. It's unfortunate he's on personal leave. We'll see what comes of that, if there's a buyout coming or if there is a trade coming. But overall, I mean, I'm not particularly shocked the Raptors lost this one. I mean, even in the manner of the loss by 12 points, I'm not entirely shocked here. The Raptors offense was, I think, settled a little bit too much for 3-pointers in this one. Would have liked to a bit smarter on offense, but you know, the notion that it's Pascal Siakam's fault is ridiculous. It's just people looking for a cop-out, scapegoat. It isn't Siakam. It isn't Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, he's not consistent. He's not consistent. Oh my God. I can't like at least be truthful. Like, don't lie. At least be truthful. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at his game logs. Let's go to Pascal Siakam's game log since the minutes restriction lifted. So minutes restrictions are here. Wasn't in those 2 games, he wasn't phenomenal. And let's go since the minute restriction. Since the minute restriction, let's go to the points. 25, 20, 4, 1 bad game, 32, 21, 17, and 17. And tonight, he had 18. I'm sorry, but is that not fucking consistent? How many games is that? That is 8 games since his minute restriction was lifted, where he's had 7 of those 8 games, he's had at least 17 points. I don't understand how that's not consistent. He's averaging a consistent field goal percentage as well. Like it is as consistent as can be for Pascal Siakam. People, like, you don't need to have a specific player as the reason for complaining. It doesn't need to be a specific player. Was that game against Utah? Are we going to put that on Siakam? Sure. 4 points on 14% shooting? Yeah, that's pretty bad. But how about the rest of his games? You can't just pin it on Pascal Siakam. It's not as simple as that. When the bench combines for 13 points, how the hell do you expect to win a game of basketball? Bench had 13. Josh Richardson on his own off the bench for the Celtics had 18 points. That is the reality of this team. We don't have rim protection. We don't have any depth. It is absolutely being showcased as we have injuries. The lack of depth is amplified even further. Hem Birch would have been really good for us today. It's just a shame we didn't have those guys. If we did, maybe the game would have gone different. But if Boston had their guys able to play, then maybe it would have gone different as well for them. That's the reality. It is. Raptors, we got to get some more assets to this team. I don't know what Masai Ujiri's thinking. Is he thinking, you know, we're losing is a good thing? Is he thinking he's trying to get deals done, it's not happening? Or is he thinking there really is no problem with this team? We're not really sure. I would be very surprised if no trades were made by the deadline for the Raptors. I think by the end of the year. The lack of depth and the lack of rim protection is alarming. It needs to be addressed. It's not being addressed. And until it's addressed, expect many more of these performances from the Toronto Raptors. That is just the reality. It's where we're at. We need changes. We're going to win some games in this process, but we're going to lose a lot as well. Celtics improved to 11-10. Raptors fall to 9-12, 2-7 at home. And we're playing against the Grizzlies on Tuesday. Hopefully looking to bounce back like we did against them just a couple of games ago. But that is it for the stream. If it makes it easier for you to just blame Siakam, because it just, you know, you just want to fool yourself into thinking this Raptors team like really is a really good team. It's Siakam holding them back. If that puts you to bed at night, go ahead. But you know, if you actually pay attention and watch the games and I guess aren't a hater, you'll see this team's problems go well beyond Pascal Siakam. But that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching the post-game show. Let's get to 50 likes on this post-game show. I know it's not the post-game show you wanted. I know it's not the results you wanted. Try to understand where I'm coming from. Don't be a hater, or drink haterade. If you are, blame Siakam. I mean, I don't know. Blame Siakam if that makes you sleep easier. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We do a post-game show for every single game. Next game, there won't be one right after the game because I'm going to be at the game, but we will do one probably the day after. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time for another post-game show.